Hi, fans of high-quality entertainment. So on my other YouTube channel, Larry Graves' Canadian Studmuffin, I talk about Pink Floyd, just in case you haven't seen the video. And I talk about Syd Barrett and The Clash and the Beatles a little bit. And so if you haven't seen that video, please check it out. But continuing with Pink Floyd, I had mentioned in the video that I had ordered a couple more Pink Floyd CDs, but they hadn't arrived until now. And I also received this, another CD. I have no idea what it is. I'm kind of hoping it's a Donovan album. Yeah, I've got, 4 or 5 of his albums on order, and slowly they're coming in. Well, it's not Donovan. I actually opened up the one thinking it was from Amazon, but I'm still very happy. I'll show you in a minute. So this must be the Amazon package, because it says it's delivered. So I've always really loved Pink Floyd ever since the late 60s. But I would say in the past few years, I don't listen to them like I used to. And I think part of it has to do with, the politics of the band and Roger Waters not being one of my favorite people. But there's no denying Pink Floyd were one of the great bands. And so I've been listening to, the albums I have. I play this quite often. The Piper at the Gates of Dawn, I love that. Their second album I love, A Saucer Full of Secrets. Metal is awesome, of course. The Dark Side of the Moon I've played many, 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 many times over the years. Haven't played it probably in at least a year, but it's excellent, of course. And Wish You Were Here, which, like I said on the other video today, I played this for the first time and must be at least a year, and I enjoyed it more than ever. So I also got Pink Floyd's The Wall again. I did have it in my CD collection years ago, but I never, slowly through the years, I stopped playing it, and so I ended up selling it. And I'm just on a new Pink Floyd kick, so I need to play that again. And I also got my very first Syd Barrett solo album, The Madcap Laughs. And like I said, I had even these two today that I just got. I had them in my collection, but I never played them very much, so I ended up selling them. There are going to be times I sell CDs that I don't play anymore, and then a few years later, I end up buying them again. But it doesn't happen that often. For the most part, I'm pretty content when I do sell CDs. But I got again Pink Floyd's Atom Heart Mother. I love that album cover, by the way. Yeah, I could never totally get into Atom Heart Mother, but I listened to about 1/3 of side 1 recently on Spotify, and I really was getting into it. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to buy it again. Give it another chance, because like I said, the Pink Floyd I've been listening to lately, I just appreciate more than ever. And Pink Floyd Animals. This is the 2018 remix. I just had the remastered version from a few years ago. And I guess, I do so many reactions on my Patreon album. I think for albums, I've done over 150 albums. And I listened to this on Patreon for one of my patrons, Nicholas Pearl. Totally forgot about it. But he was saying that I really enjoyed the album. The new mix of it. There. Found a home for the hype stickers. There and there. So yeah, you Pink Floyd fans out there, let me know what you think of this 2018 remix. I've heard good things about it. And like I said, I have heard it, but I don't remember. Okay, the other one I got, I opened it, like I said, I thought the one from Amazon that I opened first was directly from Amazon, but it wasn't. It's one of the CDs I was waiting to come in, if I can find it. And it's used. The CD case is cracked. It's Ween. 12 golden country greats. And this is, the story behind this is, Ween went to Nashville. They got, you know, the best Nashville musicians to help record this. And I don't think the Nashville musicians knew of the lyrics or anything, because, you know, Ween, they can be pretty stupid. And it wasn't until afterwards that they realized there were songs on this like Japanese Cowboy, Piss Up a Rope, I Don't Want to Leave You on the Farm, Powder Blue, Mr. Richard Smoker, Help Me Scrape the Mucus Off My Brain. But the music is authentic, and I know that Ween, you know, they're not mocking country music. I think they are fans of that genre, believe it or not. And so, you know, but they're doing Ween songs country style. And I can't wait to hear this. Here's the cover. Not much for a booklet, but it's the music that matters the most. And that is it. Yeah, and also soon, like in 3 hours, I'm going to be doing a video chat with Peter Kanago, who is actually friends with Ron and Russell Mael, and he worked for them for, I think, over 20 years with whatever he did, promotion or whatever. And we are going to do our 15 favorite underrated or deep cuts of Sparks. So stay tuned for that video. And I will be asking him a little bit about, you know, working with Sparks all those years and everything. So stay tuned for that. Thank you for watching. Please remember to like the video, leave a comment below, and subscribe. Thank you. Oh, and check out my latest AI album if you like. Bye.